Hi, and welcome to Aspire. In today's video, we're going to be talking about invoicing, specifically, time and materials invoice types. In this video, you will consider the differences between T&M and other invoice types within invoicing, and learn how to edit T&M invoice types before sending to your customer. As mentioned in other videos, time and materials invoice types can also be called T&M for short. We have a couple of different types of T&M. Contract T&M services are available to invoice as the work tickets are completed. Work order opportunities, or T&M on completion, will be available to invoice once all tickets in the opportunity, whether it's 1 or 3, are complete. This is why we call it T&M on completion, because every ticket on the opportunity must be complete. What items and rates show on our invoice start with our opportunity setup, but in this video, we'll only be focusing on the invoicing side today. If you need more information on the estimating side, go to our knowledge base for a further look at T&M Estimating, or check the link in the description of this video. Here's our scenario. Our crew just finished up our planting enhancement job at True Manufacturing for Chris Martinez. Now that our crew has allocated their time and materials to the work ticket and marked it complete, we're now ready to generate an invoice for our customer. Let's head over to the Invoicing Assistant to get started. Creating a T&M invoice starts like all invoice types. We'll head to our Invoicing module in the left blue side panel and arrive at our Invoicing Assistant. We'll then use our quick filter to view what's available to invoice for T&M on completion invoice types. Let's invoice the planting enhancement for True Manufacturing. We'll check the box on the left-hand side of the line and go to our bulk actions. We'll then click Generate Invoice. A pop-up box will appear to confirm our invoice date, and we'll click Save. With our invoice batched, this is where T&M invoices have some more options while in pending status. Let's drill into the invoice and look at the detail. The invoice will display the service name and items our client, Chris, will be charged for. Displayed quantities are what was allocated to the ticket, while unit prices are driven by your opportunity setup. Changes to quantity, descriptions, and unit prices can be made if necessary. T&M invoices are the only invoice type where adjusting revenue is recommended if changes are needed. Revenue changes will reflect in certain reports in Aspire, such as your profit and loss, or end-of-month reports. For other invoice types, you should not change revenue here, as those should only be handled through change orders. If an item is showing on the invoice in error, maybe someone allocated an inventory item by mistake and it wasn't used on the job, they can be deleted by clicking the trash can icon. Items can also be added, such as fertilizer we forgot to allocate while doing the job. Clicking the plus will add a new line item to the invoice. You will then enter quantity and select the item type from the drop-down menu. We will also enter a description of the item and enter the unit price we should already know. Note, changing a pending invoice only changes the overall price. It will not update costs on the ticket and will not change job costing. If we're done with all of our changes, we can click Save in the upper right. To return to the batch, we'll click the back arrow on our browser. Let's talk about another scenario. It's possible when adjusting quantity or rates on the invoice, the total will not update. This means during the work ticket approval process, before the opportunity was available in Invoicing Assistant, a team member did a T&M override when approving the ticket. Don't worry, adjustments can still be made. However, the total will have to be manually changed as well to match the items below it. Once you have reviewed all the necessary details on your T&M invoices, you can select the Save button in the upper right corner. You can then click the back arrow on your browser and return to the pending batch. From here, the batch can be completed so you can deliver the invoice to your customer. Now that we've talked about the different scenarios of T&M invoicing, let's review. First, time and materials invoices are the only invoice type you should make invoice adjustments to after the completion of the work ticket. Second, if you're new to Aspire, it's important to review all item details on your T&M invoices before completing the batch. Third, if a T&M override was made during the work ticket approval process, the total won't update when making adjustments. You'll need to edit the total to reflect any price changes that you make. With that being said, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.